morning. Welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. We are coming in from the safety of the outdoors to who knows what's going to happen indoors with Clay and Dave from Catch 'Em All. And they've got quite the challenge in front of them, and I think I have quite the challenge too. But we'll talk about your challenge first, and that is to catch every single fish in the state of New Hampshire.
Well, not a wholesale catch of every fish in the state.
Okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah. One of each kind of fish in New Hampshire, which is harder than catching every fish, because everyone can put a net out and get them all.
Now, how many fish are there in New Hampshire?
There are 48 species listed on Fish and Game website, and those are freshwater fish. And that list kind of changes because they're finding fish every once in a while, so we're going to count those as bonus fish because there's 2 that are endangered. Probably shouldn't eat the endangered ones. But like I said, there are some extra fish that we can add to that list. So if we get to 48, it is victory.
Now, if you say you discover a couple of fish that they're unaware of, do you let them know about that and say, hey, look what I found?
The cool thing is Fish and Game, before we started the quest, we contacted Fish and Game and told them what we were planning on doing. If we found a new species, they'd be very excited about it. And I'm not sure they'd be happy, like, hey, something new, let's eat it. You know, but they may want to be excited about something new anyway.
But you hope that you don't get like the phone call back just as you're digging in. Don't eat that fish, it's poison.
Yeah, we always hope that.
Yeah, that'd be like at a Gilligan's Island or something. You know? Don't eat this fish. So you have caught how many so far?
We have caught 30 so far. So 48, 30, we're about at 60%.
And since when? Because your quest is, you set a parameter of 1 year.
Right, we started February 7th. If we can finish right around that same time.
February 6th.
February 6th, we'd be doing pretty good. We'll hopefully be done before Christmas. Otherwise, we have to plan our Christmas break differently.
Now, we were just talking before, I thought this was interesting, because there are some fish you can catch in the summer, and there's some that you have to catch in the winter.
Yeah, that's true. Well, most fish are easy to catch in the summertime. Summer's a great time to fish. Everywhere in the state, fish are popping like crazy. The first fish we caught, and the reason we made it our first fish, was a cusk, or a burbot. It's a freshwater cod. It's the only freshwater cod in North America. And yeah, there's a picture on the TV there. And you have to catch those through the ice because they practically hibernate in the summertime. And so if you're going to target them, you want to go through the ice, you want to go at nighttime. And we fished for a good long time and got nothing on those for the first attempt.
Except for a good buzz on Broadway. Come on, guys. Sitting around on the ice in the winter. Come on.
We're professionals.
Yes, it's very serious business. Very serious.
Now, and so earlier I said, you guys are doing this, why? And I liked your response.
Well, the response is, you know, why do people climb mountains? Why do they do the big epic things that humanity does? So we wanted a little slice of that.
I mean, do we look like mountain climbers? Honestly, come on.
But we do eat lots of things.
We are great eaters.
Yes,
yeah.
And we like fish. So those things really made it apparent that this is the quest for us.
And so how long did you plan the quest before you started there on February 7th?
Like 8 minutes?
Yeah, about 8 minutes.
I think 8 minutes might be an exaggeration, maybe less than that. What happened was Dave called me up and he says, hey Clay, I got an idea. You know, I want to catch every kind of freshwater fish in New Hampshire. And, you know, I thought, hey, that's cool. Let's eat them. You know.
I'm glad you guys aren't like trying to find every dog in New Hampshire. That's all I can say.
Yeah, mammals, you're next.
Now, both you guys have been involved in fish and the ocean and all that in your professional careers. So this was kind of a nice joining of it, I imagine.
It really was, and we met each other at the Amoskeag Fishways on the Merrimack River, beautiful Merrimack River in Manchester. And there's a fish ladder there, so a lot of the work is helping the public understand the value of the river and the value of the fish. And often there'll be fish coming through that ladder that people really misidentify. I mean, I don't think anybody said tuna, but you know, everybody's saying, oh, that's a salmon. It's like, well, that's really a carp. And so we found ourselves doing that more, you know, quite a lot. And anytime you can find something that people don't quite get, and if you get it, then that's an opportunity.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's great. Well, I know that you brought some stuff in this morning, and Ryan, the camera guy, is going to help eat some of this food today. So what is it? He's shaking his head. I've never seen him so stoic. So what do we have here today?
All right, first of all, we have breakfast. And this is our 30th fish. We haven't even put this on our website yet, which is catchemall.com, catch-m-all lifeoftheout.com. This is our 30th species, our latest fish. It's a lake trout, or togue. And people love these things. So far, by the way, in our quest, we haven't loved trout as much as other people love them. But we figured we'd wrap it in bacon because
It's breakfast.
it's breakfast. So we just took some togue fillets, chopped them up, wrapped them in bacon, cooked them up this morning on a cast iron skillet with salt, pepper, garlic. Should
Now,
be
where did you
edible.
catch that fish?
I was on Lake Winnipesaukee. We actually had one of our fans of our website who owns a charter called Salmon Patrol took us out and put us on these fish. And my dad actually caught this fish. And
Does that count
It
if your
does.
dad caught it?
It's
Okay.
interesting because we can deputize people into the quest. That's a rule we made up while salmon fishing this spring when we were getting skunked. Some guy next to me caught a salmon and I took it.
And it's been a nice addition, this deputizing feature.
Yeah.
Because we have the quest of all the fish. It's great. But then there's this side thing about learning about New Hampshire and getting to meet a whole bunch of interesting
I can
people.
imagine, yeah.
And so bringing people into the quest has been a really nice thing. We've had people follow us on the internet, on our blog. And for instance, we were looking for carp, and this guy in Hooksett said, "Hey, I know where there's carp. I tell you what, I'll go out and I'll put food in the water for a week, and that way they'll be excited. You can come down and fish with me." So we met this guy. What was his name?
Bob.
Bob. That's right. So
No wonder you forgot his name.
so we met Bob down at the river, and extremely nice guy. We didn't catch carp.
No, epic failure on that one.
Epic failure.
Yeah.
But we did meet Bob, and so then that's a success.
There was no carpe diem that day.
Yeah, if we caught it, we make like carpaccio or something.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Now, how many bodies of water, different bodies of water, have you caught fish in now? Because you got 30 fish. How many different bodies
That's
of
a
water?
great question. You'll find that in our book next year sometime. Do you know the answer?
I don't know the answer. It's got to be around probably
the fisherman,
20.
maybe.
I
At
would
least
say.
300.
Really? So that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
So you guys are also seeing a lot of the state.
Yeah, and,
So
and
that's-
I took a pilgrimage up to Colebrook in the upper Connecticut, and we like to fish together, but a lot of times, I mean, Clay's got 2 young daughters, and I got a family too, and it's by the way, thanks to our wives, by the way,
kids, yeah.
for making this possible. But anyway, so sometimes we'll go out on these solo trips, and I took a solo trip up to Colebrook, and it was really great. I'd never been up to that part of the state, and so that was
It's a neat way to do it.
It really is, and it's all part of the quest.
That's a good picture there.
Yeah, that's a sea lamprey out of the Merrimack River attached to my arm. And one of the things about sea
Did it
lamprey,
actually hurt, or were you?
Oh God, terrible! Yeah, got a big hole in my arm. And what sea lamprey are 3-foot long, blood-sucking fish. They're parasites. They migrate to the Merrimack River to spawn every year. Well, once they do it one time, they die afterwards.
Right.
But they rest by sticking to rocks. And when they're stressed, if you put your thumb in their mouth when you're holding them, or if you stick them to your body, it helps them relax a little bit. And since we had to kill and eat this one, I let it relax by holding onto my elbow. Plus, it's a great picture. So,
How about just putting a stick through it like you did with this one? Instead of sticking it on your arm,
Yeah, that's
Next
a,
time I have lobster, I'm going to walk around the house like that for a little while.
you should,
It'll make it feel
you know,
better.
and take a picture and put it on our Facebook page and share it with us.
There
We'd
you
love
go.
to see
What'd you
it.
do to the children, Rob? Well, they got lobsters hooked to them because they're going to calm them down. I'm never eating beef again. All right, so guys, go ahead and dig in. You haven't tried it yet.
Well,
What's this guys thing? You're part of this.
You're being deputized into the quest by having us on your show.
See?
When Chris was on, we made him eat pickled pickerel. This can't be as terrible as that was.
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
it could be, but it probably isn't as terrible
You
as
know,
that.
and the worst part is that my wife is not at home to watch me eat fish. I think she's never going to believe this, so we're going to have to upload this one to
All right, so let's do a little
whitemountainsinfo.com.
lemon on it. That can't be a bad
Yeah,
thing.
and so this is the lake trout. And we'll
Where's our
end.
napkins? Where's our wet naps and everything else?
Oh, you don't need them. You got fingers. And there's a toothpick in each one. Don't eat the toothpick, okay?
Toothpicks are actually the most dangerous thing in restaurants. Did you know that?
I did not
Yes,
know
they are.
that.
I believe it.
They
most
haven't-
dangerous thing.
All right, I'm going to eat a little one.
It smells fishy.
Yeah,
That's what
this
we're
is lake trout. And
Not bad.
it's not great.
Kind of chewy. Or kind of dense.
Well, I cooked it for a long time
6 weeks.
because we found parasites in a lot of the fish we're cutting open. And so I wanted to make sure that I killed any tapeworms or anything like that might be in here. We really are afraid of tapeworms. We shouldn't be.
no,
but-
but we
We want to make sure they're cooked well. So,
So does that mean I shouldn't take a second bite? Well, now that I've already eaten it, I guess.
you're already-
yeah,
You're already-
when you cook, I mean, most fish are full of worms.
Oh, I know
and
that,
so
yeah.
when you cook them, they dissolve and it adds a little
you cook this.
protein. And I cooked, and you can tell by the density that I cooked it overdone a little bit.
The parasite's one of my favorite stories where we caught the Atlantic salmon. We ate a little bit of it on the shore. We bring a little stove with us. And then Clay took the rest of it home to feed his family. As he's grilling it, this tapeworm crawls out,
It
right?
just came right up out of the meat. It was gruesome.
So he's like, wow, this is cool. So he takes a lot of pictures and he posts it on the blog. But then he didn't tell his family that that was in the worm that he fed him that night.
I'm smart.
But his wife is smarter and follows the blog and saw all the pictures of the tapeworm crawling out of the fish they had that night.
It was good that we did maple honey barbecued Atlantic salmon with tapeworm.
And it was...
We're going to get to it.
Oh, looks like we're out of time.
So this is really exciting. We may be the only people that have ever eaten this fish.
Yeah.
This fish is
We may be the last people who've ever eaten this fish, too.
a margin mad tom. This is the head of the margin mad tom, if it's possible to get that. So margin mad toms are a species of catfish found in New Hampshire. They are the only venomous fish, the mad tom family. So there's tadpole and margin.
Hey, Chris, can you put a picture of the Mad Tom up on the screen? Thanks. There's a picture on your screen now.
There he is.
Yeah.
So this little guy, he was about 4 inches or so. A nocturnal fish, and they have little venom glands at the base of 3 spines, the top one, and then the 2 pectoral fins. So we called Fish and Game and said, look, if we eat this thing, is it going to kill us? And they go, well, we've never been asked that. But we think if you chop off the fins, don't eat the head, don't eat all that, and then the back part is probably fine.
So we posted a picture of this on our Facebook page, and we really are dying for some Facebook people. So go to our website, catchemall.com, click on the like button, and go to Facebook. And we asked them, what should we do with the Mad Tom when we feed it to Rob at White Mountains TV? And one of our Facebook friends suggested we make this recipe, which Dave's going to tell you about.
This is Mad Tom Mousse. So Mad Tom Mousse is based on salmon mousse. You know, it's a very popular thing. And but this is just Mad Tom. So what I did was I boiled the Mad Tom and got the essence of Mad Tom, and then poured that into the gelatin and then the cream inside. So it should be fine.
I don't want to eat it.
No, we should all eat it. All right.
Where's Chris Prune? Where's that dog? Here, bring the dog back in.
So you should put a big glob on there, Rob.
I don't think I'll put a big glob.
Oh, you ought to
Yeah.
put a big. I'm gonna stir it up.
You want a fork instead of using your cracker?
Yeah. It's all good. All right. So I got mine.
Do you want to put this on like a 5-second tape delay, Chris, just in case?
That looks so jello-y.
That is a pathetic amount, by the way,
Yeah,
Rob.
really
that you put
disappointing. You
on.
call yourself a host.
You know, I usually am like putting on ski wear and, you know,
Just look at
going
that.
to Storyland and going
Wiggling.
on Splash Battle.
I don't want to eat this.
All right. Ready?
right.
1, 2, 3.
That was it.
It's all right.
You gotta do it, Rob.
Kind of.
Terrible.
Yeah.
The cracker's okay.
Cracker's really good. I'm enjoying this cracker very much.
So the Mad.
I
Yeah.
have to talk, so I got to clear my.
Not bad. I wouldn't eat a lot of it.
Yeah. I wouldn't eat any more of it.
But it's been done. We've eaten it. Species number 28. I think.
28.
there we
Margin, Mad Tom, and our third catfish species. We have one more left on that list.
So, if people do want to follow you for whatever reason that might be, they can go to catchemall.com
Yep.
and then like you on Facebook.
Please like us on Facebook.
And then we also understand that tomorrow you're going to be on New Hampshire Chronicle.
We are. We went down to Manchester to carp fish with Tiffany Eddy, and we heard about we failed at the carp, but we made her eat some fish anyway.
What fish did she have to eat?
Well-
it was like a salmon. It was really nice.
Actually,
Lobster thermidor.
It was really good.
It was really good. Yeah.
Gee, thanks.
Yeah. It was a bluegill, and she also kisses a fish. So tune in to see Tiffany Eddy kiss a fish.
That's right. And so please follow our blog, follow us on Facebook, leave comments, let us know you're watching. We write and write and write and write, and we always hope for some feedback. So please.
Yeah, we do
know.
articles in 2 newspapers.
Do you really? That's awesome.
The Mountaineer and the Wire down in the Portsmouth
Yep.
area, the Seacoast area. And yeah, every 2 weeks we write an article up about the particular fish that we've caught. And then also the plan is to get a book at the end of this. And so if any of your listeners out there know a publisher or somebody that can help us get that done, we're pledging 10% of the profits of that to go to Fish and Game.
That's
Fish and
terrific.
Game has been really supportive, especially the non-game folks, which means these are the biologists that aren't looking at salmon. They're looking at things like mad toms, which are just as important to the environment
Right.
as the salmon, but often don't get recognized. So 10% of the profits are going to them.
Well, that sounds great. Hey, well, despite the fact that you made me eat fish at 8:45 in the morning, I want to thank you guys for coming down. It sounds like a really fun project, and it sounds like you guys have had a lot of fun with it. So,
good
Clay
time.
and Dave, thanks so much, and I'm sure we're going to see you again on one of the days that Megan hosts. And but definitely check out the website, check out the paper, and definitely check out New Hampshire Chronicle tomorrow. So we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.